Hello, amigas, and welcome to Amiga Handle Your Shit podcast. So I have such amazing friends here, okay, amigas? They are Latinas, obviously, because they're right here with us. But what makes them so amazing is they have such a prolific brand, a beauty brand that you can find at JCPenney. And they did me the a most amazing favor of sending me their products,
Yeah.
amigas. Oh my God. Can I tell you how I love these products? It is so amazing, and I can't wait for us to talk about it. So, well, who am I speaking to here? We have two glorious friends, and one of them is the main person, right? The CEO, and this is Shan,
Yeah.
right? Shan. And then we have Erika, her sister, who is the CFO of the company Shades by Shan. And so they have such a beautiful history, and I'm going to let them talk about it. But before we start digging in, amigas, welcome to Amiga Hand Your Shit podcast.
Hey, we're so excited to be here. Gracias.
Yay! I'm so honored that after many attempts of connecting us, we're finally here.
Made it. We made it happen.
We
Hard to
exactly
lock us
we
down
Yeah. And you know what? That's the thing about handling your shit. You
because
got
we're out there
things to
handling
do.
shit.
That's right. We're all handling our stuff, and sometimes, we make arrangements and other amazing shit happening. So you gotta work with it, right? So amigas, I know that the way this all happened is such a wonderful, unique story. And I really want amigas who are listening to this podcast to really hear this story. Because I know, Shan, I believe you came from the media, radio, entertainment. So I'm like, how the heck did this happen? So
Trust me. Yeah.
please talk about it to us.
Yeah, so I came from the radio and television world. I was a radio host. I still am actually. I got back into radio about 2 years ago, but I was on a morning show and waking up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning and to just go talk about my life on radio. But our mom always instilled in Erica and I, like, tienen que comenzar algo de ustedes propias. Like, you're
Mm.
never gonna make money working for somebody else. And that always stuck with us. And I never knew what else I was good at except for talking.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like Erica, I always say she's the brains behind it. She doesn't like it when I say that, pero ella es cerebrito. Like she is
Mm.
data analytical. She's all about numbers and finance. And I am just like the people person. I like to talk. I like to connect. I like to network. I like to do PR. I love meeting new people. And so that always stuck with us. And for me, I go, what else am I good at? Really just talking, but also I really liked makeup. I found myself going to these big box retailers every other week, just to spend my whole paycheck there and like go home and buy all the latest and greatest stuff. And then to like me probaba las cosas, and I'm like, oh wait, this actually sucks. Like this is not good. Like
Right,
what
right.
are we doing here? How are people buying these things and like think that this is good? So I just knew good makeup from bad makeup. And this was kind of when the big influencers were coming out and like collaborating with big brands. And there was a celebrity that came out with a makeup line. And I was that girl with 17 computer screens open trying to buy her makeup. And then again, just to get it and be like, oh my gosh, this is not good. What's going
Disappointing.
on,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So it kind of clicked for me. I'm over here telling them like, "Oh, well, shit, your shit sucks," but also, what am I doing about it? Just sitting here.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
had this idea of starting a little side hustle, makeup line. And so that's when I went to my sister Erica, and she was a bigwig executive. She was living in Asia for 12 years at that time, and she was like, "Listen, if you're for real, I'll quit my job this week and I'll come home. I want to set some roots down. I will help you for 6 months y te encarrilas and you'll take it from there." And so,
And I'll go get my big girl job back.
yes, and she'll get her big girl job back, right? And she did. She quit her job. She came to help me. I'm sorry, my mom keeps calling me and my phone is on do not disturb. Um, she came to help me. And when we put our brains together, we were like, okay, well, how can we make the world a better place? Like, what can we do? How can we be an impact-driven enterprise? People are always about making money, but like, what are they really doing to give back? And we were also raised as a very charitable family, donating to St. Jude and making sandwiches for homeless people to give out during the holidays. We were always very like we were raised that way. And so we thought long and hard, and the answer was right in front of our face. It was our single mom. We were first generation. She came from Ecuador. And we're like, okay, let's find a charity that helps single parents in need. And almost 8 years ago, we couldn't find any. We couldn't find any nonprofits that solely focused on being a resource for single parents.
Yeah.
So again, my crazy idea, I turned to Erica and I said, well, we hear of nonprofits all the time, right? Like, why can't we start one?
Right.
And she was like, well, you're right. So we did some digging, we did research, and it took us 17 months to come out with our Mama Berries nonprofit foundation. And on Mother's Day, we presented it to our mom because she had no idea that we were what we were up to. So you can imagine how emotional that day was. And yeah, we launched Shades by Shan with every purchase helping single parents in need through our Mama Berries nonprofit foundation. And we started it out of our mom's basement in San Francisco. Um, yeah, about 8 years ago.
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Okay. I got to break this up. Like, I really got to dig into this. Okay. So, the idea of makeup
Mhm,
and not liking what was around. Okay.
mhm.
But, just to take the leap, like, I'm going to create this versus just, purchasing. I mean, there's a learning curve. Was there education in the product line? Like, is there something that you had to do before you started that venture?
Erica, do you want to talk about that part?
You learn along the way, you know? En el
Yeah.
camino se arreglan las piedras, right? So,
Yeah.
I've always kind of, uh, I've been in the corporate world. I was in the corporate world, and one of these billionaires that I had the opportunity of working with, I said, what's the greatest piece of advice for an entrepreneur? He says, if you're not embarrassed by your first launch, you launch too late. So just go, just start. That's the biggest piece of advice that we got. Again, I was living in Asia at the time, so many great suppliers are based out of there.
Mhm.
So in those couple of weeks where I was transitioning at when Shan told me like, "Hey, I want to start this," I was burned out. I was ready to leave. I was on a plane every 3 to 5 days around the world. Like I
Oh
was
my God.
exhausted.
Yeah.
So this was my like sabbatical to just, a little side project. I'll be home and relaxing and just recovering from burnout. And so I had the opportunity to visit quite a few factories when I was out there
Okay.
before I moved back home. And so I got to really kind of see. And so I brought all of this stuff from these factories when I was that I was meeting with, and I brought it back home. So it was kind of really cool to play with makeup and for
Yeah.
Shan to just explore. That's the one thing that she's really good at the product development side. She knows good product. And she knows what she doesn't like. And so it's very easy in that regard to just be like, hey, factory, like this is what we want, this is how it wants to be. And we start, iterating from there the different products. So in terms of the product development side, yeah, that's just kind of been as we go and as we progress. And you see, it's night and day from 8 years ago to what we're putting out now, working with some of the top manufacturers in the world. And obviously, like their quantities are higher. Obviously, we have the volume to sustain it. So that just kind of all plays a role. And we've had great mentors along the way. One of our biggest partnerships has been with Ipsy. So we've done over 10 million boxes with Ipsy over the last 8 years. I think we're almost close to like 12 million at this point. But um, working with their team and their product development team, we've gotten to learn a lot in that regard. What was new for us, was that, owning your own space, right? And really being consistent every single day about showing up. And so that's like whether that's social media, whether that's the emails, what all of the strategy that goes behind the marketing element of it, it's huge, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of been the learning curve for us. And I would say also on the financial side. But
Yeah. I mean, I'm a lawyer. I want to say I'm a lawyer. And just to go from that logical side to just come to the creative side, see, it's mind blowing for
Yeah.
me. Even though I love the creativity and whatnot. Was there that I know that, coming with a single mom and was there that the impetus behind it in beauty? Was it just you being disappointed, Shan, disappointed with the makeup quality, and that was your impetus? Or
Yeah.
tell
And us
us.
like not seeing ourselves represented on the shelves at that point.
Yeah, there was no, you
Oh,
would walk into these big box retailers and nobody looked like us. Nobody was Latina. And it was just kind of like blah. It was boring. It was just like,
right.
and then to go home and then also be disappointed. So I'm like, something has to change here.
Yeah.
Why is there no consistency? And to me, in my whole life, it's like you have to be consistent in everything that you do and the quality, right? It's not just quantity, it's about the quality. I would
Right.
also go in and buy my favorite lipstick and then I would go home and open it and be like, "Oh my gosh, they changed the formula. It's not even the right shade, but you're
Right.
calling it the same thing." Like
Yeah.
that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just wanted to kind of just be a game changer. We wanted to put Latinas on shelves. We wanted to come out with something that was consistent and the quality was there, and just represent, I think that we were just kind of, I mean, I was fed up with it. I was like, I know I
Oh,
could do better, so let's do it
yeah.
together.
That, you know what that is? Cojones, as they say. To believe. Because if your dream is not outlandish, then it's not crazy enough to
Mm.
do. Right? I mean, it's like it has to scare you so much so and put it all in. And that's exactly what you all did. So I know I was reading your story that, okay, so it was in the garage. You were working and doing all the things and testing products and working with all the your beauty. I mean, believe me, I love this stuff.
Oh,
I'm loving it. But then where does JCPenney come to the story? Because that, I'm like, what?
yes.
Hello,
So,
please.
I always feel like Diosito nos lleva de la mano. For
Mm,
real, not for play. Like
yeah.
Diosito is with us, okay? So, I found out that I was pregnant at 5 months. I had no idea. I found out at 5 months, and I had
This
four
is how
months.
you know the difference between Shannon and I. Like she's all like la 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 la, you know.
I
And
love.
my sister's so type A, she found out like I'm sure the day she conceived, but that's the just that we just balance each other out, right? So I suffered from a lot of postpartum depression. I was in the thick of it, I had 4 months to figure out how I was going to become a mother. That was a lot on me. And so I was having a really, really bad mommy day. I was at my mom's house packaging orders. And I just remember just crying. I was really, it was like a bad day. And one of my friends had bought our makeup and she lived by my house. And I remember having her package in the front seat and being like, she deserves to get this in a timely manner. Let me just go drop it off.
Okay.
Like, let me just go do this. So I go to her house and she's on the phone. She's FaceTiming with this woman and they had gone through IVF together and we were all just sharing our mommy, crazy stories and I had no idea who this woman was, but we just instantly clicked, just the energy was there and I'm like talking to the stranger and we're like just shooting the crap and 20, 30 minutes pass by and I'm like, "Oh, girl, I got to give you your makeup. Let me just give you." And the lady on the phone was like, "Oh, you have a makeup line." And I go, "Yes." And my friend goes, "And it's really good. Like it's actually good shit. It's really good." And she goes, "Oh, I'm gonna put you on." And I go,
Put
"What?
me on what?
Who put me on?" I was like, "What? Put me on what?" I've heard that my whole life too. Okay, you're gonna do something for me. Yeah, okay. I left and my
Like, what
friend,
do you want? What do you
yeah, my
want?
friend instantly texted me and she goes, she is when she says she's gonna put somebody on, she puts somebody on. And she, before I even knew it, had emailed the head beauty buyer saying, "I just discovered this amazing beauty brand. You need to hop on it or you're gonna forever regret it." And I called Erika and I said, "I think we're going to be in JCPenney stores." And she goes,
So,
"What?"
Did you know that she was part of JCPenney?
No, no,
No.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
And so, again, I don't know what's going to happen, but they want a meeting. We have a meeting. The meeting gets postponed for 3 more months later. They're like the day that I got childcare, we got everything. They canceled the meeting. They pushed it for another 2 months. Like this was when you get into like, and I've realized this now, this is how all of retail works. Because man, it is like you get your hopes up and then just to come crashing down. And you get your
Yeah,
hopes up
yeah.
again. And, oh my gosh.
Oh my
But we
God.
finally have the meeting and they come back to us. We have another meeting and they go, "We want to bring you into stores." And we're like, "Oh my gosh." I'm thinking, probably just in our local Bay Area stores. I'm thinking
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Stores.
San Bruno, Concord, like, hey, like,
Right, right.
the
Yeah.
top three stores. And she goes, "No, we actually love all of your stuff. We love the formula. We love your story. We love your mission behind it. We love that you give back. We love you. We love everything that you encompass at Shades by Shan and your nonprofit. We want to bring every single one of your products in to every single 610 JCPenney stores nationwide."
Holy shit. You,
That okay. That's
I
what
would,
twisted,
I would have shit in my pants. I would have been like,
right? Oh my gosh.
That's what I was doing.
yeah,
I was
you're the data person. You're like, how the heck are we going to source this? Where are we going to get the money?
Correct. Correct.
Right? Oh,
All of
oh.
that was going through my mind while Shannon and Juanito, who's our CMO, are just jumping for joy, celebrating. I'm just like, how are we going to do this? And then they're like, what's wrong, Erica? Like, we got into JCPenney. I was like, how do you think we're going to afford this?
Yeah.
Are we
Who's going to give us a loan? What are we going to do? So then the pressure goes on me, like, figure it out, like, handle it,
Yeah.
Erica, and figure it out,
Right.
you know? And so it was like going to the banks, going to the Small Business Bureau, going and trying to, nobody, crickets,
No,
nobody
but
gave
okay,
us
so
money.
before this JC Penney offer, did you guys have a line of credit somewhere or this was
oh
self-funded?
no.
This was completely self-funded. Shannon and I both put in $1,500 at the start of it, and then we just kept reinvesting everything back into the business. And we had a good amount for online sales, and but it wasn't enough to sustain the
Right.
initial production to go into 610 stores for 40 SKUs, you know? So
Yeah,
if you do
yeah.
the math, like that's, a couple $100,000.
Yes.
So we there was no way. My mom was at the point like, I'm going to refinance the house. What do you guys need? How much you need?
Yeah.
We're like both like, no, absolutely not. Like you have done so much for us. Like you deserve your. I'm not putting your house on the line. Like what happens if this doesn't go well?
I
Like
know that
absolutely.
would have been like what if it doesn't work out? Like
No,
how the
but
heck
our
am
mom
I
is
like,
like, mijas, ¿qué necesito hacer? Yo saco plata donde sea. Like, that's the kind of
yes,
She's
true.
an entrepreneur at heart. She is
Yeah.
a true entrepreneur. Like she is not afraid of money, you know? And so I think that was kind of what was brought to us as well and instilled in us. We're like, we got to figure it out. But when I tell you, we turned every stone, we spoke with
Yeah.
investors, we spoke with, and they were like, oh, you're a California brand. Sorry, in California, the laws are different. We can't invest. I'm like, oh my God. So it's just like, do I like what do we do? So we exhausted everything. And JCPenney was just like, I need an answer, I need an answer, I need an answer. Finally, we get back
Wow.
to them and we're like, we appreciate it humbly, but like we're gonna have to decline because we can't afford to get to
Wow.
fund. And they're like, hold on. They come back to us with their CFO and their treasurer, and they're like, we'll fund it. And we're like, what? Like
Holy
that doesn't happen
what?
in retail. Like that does not happen. And
No.
so it was like really we became true partners with JCPenney at that point. Where they were able to give us the advance to go into production and
Yeah.
fund this line. So that we're like eternally grateful to JCPenney. They have been phenomenal partners, absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal. If you do have the chance to go into your JCPenney beauty, like just into your JCPenney stores, like you'll see amazing brands because they have worked with
Yeah.
small brands to help incubate them and bring them out and to see. So
Yeah.
go to JCPenney.
You know what I've noticed at JCPenney, they have, I believe it was Ulta or was it Sephora? Like they have like a
They
section,
had
right?
the store within the store of Sephora, and then they phased them out. Sephora went to
Yeah.
Kohl's, And then that's what at that point, JCPenney was building out their JCPenney beauty section. So that's when
Ah,
we connected with them because they were looking for brands and they wanted
yeah.
to specialize in small beauty brands. And it's small, yeah. So it worked out. Timing was wonderful and they took a chance on us. And we're to now, to this day, the number one selling foundation at JCPenney stores. Like,
Oh,
like we're really excited with the products that we've had there. And, it's been part of that journey because our team went to every single 610 store. Like we went to every single JCPenney store to meet with the associates, to train them ourselves,
wow.
to be on the floors, to show them how we sell, to show them our products. And that in turn has bought a loyalty from their associates with us because there have been stores that have come crying to us and be like, you don't understand. Nobody comes to our store to train us. No
Oh,
brand has ever come to this store because we're in middle of Arkansas, or wherever they might be. That
yeah,
it's not a sexy location.
right.
Sexy or not,
You know,
look or not, we were
I
there.
I want to say that this is the thing about being Latina
Hmm.
because this is how we're raised to be grateful, to, uh, como dicen, a comprender al prójimo, a enseñar, convivir y literally like to align yourself with another person that's going to help and carry your mission, your
Yeah,
voice, your products, that deep appreciation for one another. And
absolutely.
this, I really believe this is a very Latina thing. Wow, that's incredible.
And another Latina thing that we did when we visited 610 stores, we brought a token of our appreciation, right? So my favorite snack is flaming hot Cheetos. Like I'm addicted. I'm surprised my kids okay, like I eat them every single day. And so we brought them hot Cheetos, right? And we probably spent tens of thousands of dollars. Like if I wasn't at a store, I would tell our brand reps, "Hey, go to the Safeway, buy every single bag of hot Cheetos and bring them for the associates and for the managers."
Yeah.
And I remember one day I was at the corporate JCPenney headquarters in Dallas, and I was in the boardroom with the executives, and one of the executives kind of scolded me, and she said, "I don't understand this hot Cheeto thing. Like, why are you bringing hot Cheetos? I just don't get it. It doesn't equate to sales. You're wasting your money. You're wasting your time." And I go, let me tell you something. I go, uh-huh. I go, and the inventor of Flaming Hot Cheetos is one of my mentors, Richard
Yeah.
Montañez. And I
Yeah.
love this man because I love his story and how
Yes.
he started. So if you don't know, I'll tell it kind of quickly, but he
Mhm.
was a janitor at the Frito-Lay
Mhm.
headquarters. And one day he took all the unflavored hot Cheetos and he took them home and he basically made his own prototype with Cholula, Valentina, Tapatio, all the hot sauces. And his wife kind of gave him the encouragement to go and make a meeting with the CEO and ask for a meeting because she goes, "You have something here." He didn't know how to read or write in English
Mhm.
and le dio like vergüenza, but he was like, "Dude, I gotta pick up the phone. I gotta call." So he called and the secretary answered, and the secretary was like, this is a joke. This is a joke. The chat wants to talk
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
CEO, right? Pero de broma, she put it through. And he met with the CEO. The CEO said, "Okay, I want you to come back next week and I want you to present this to the board." Again, he didn't know how to read or write in English. He went to the public library with his wife because she kind of knew how to read a little bit. They figured out how to do a PowerPoint presentation. They went to the board, they presented it to him, and now it's a number one selling chip in all of the world. And he's a head of
Mhm.
multicultural for PepsiCo. And
Yes.
I go, let me tell you something. When we go to stores, you made it so hard for us to bring gratis. We don't go anywhere empty-handed in our culture. We always come
Mhm.
with a token of our appreciation to say thank you. And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, who are they going to sell? The brand that came with some hot Cheetos and they got to eat those hot Cheetos on their 15-minute break after their feet hurt and their paycheck doesn't hit till Friday and they couldn't make lunch because their kid was sick at home. They ran out of the door. And so they're so grateful that they have a bag of hot Cheetos to eat on their 15 break. Who are they going to get back out and sell on the floor?
Oh my God. Hallelujah.
Oh.
I swear. Oh, yes.
So that
Yes.
boardroom was crying. They were crying. And there's a couple more executives that had just so happened to come in after I finished the story. And that same executive who yelled at me, she goes, Shannon, would you mind sharing that story one more time? That's what we do. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's just common sense. It's ingrained in our blood. It flows through us. And it's
Mhm.
like, of course, it doesn't, it might be a silly thing to you, but really, like, they're gonna say, exactly. Thank you for coming to Arkansas. I've had team members at JCPenney. When I went to a very, very rural town in Texas, and his name was Brian. Porque yo me I remember his name. He made an impact on me, Brian. And I went by myself to go visit the store, and I brought him a bag of hot Cheetos, and he was there waiting for me at the front. And he had a little bag with a bow on it, and he had a handwritten card. And he said, and this is for you, with tears in his eyes. And it said, thank you so much for visiting our store. We made sure to clean the store. We made sure to clean your gondola. We made sure to have everything ready for you because we were so excited. We've never had a brand founder come visit us, and you don't understand what it means to me and my store.
Oh,
And
oh.
thank you from the bottom of my heart. And
You're
I
gonna make me cry.
still have Brian's
Jesus
card.
Christ.
I still
Yeah.
have it. So it's like, and I also, we had a talk with Erica before this. How are we going to decipher ourselves from these other huge conglomerates that everybody
Right.
knows, right? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and
We
that's
have to hustle.
it. We
And
had
that,
to
and
hustle.
yeah, yeah. And you have the story and you have the heart. You're
Hmm.
not taking anybody for granted.
No.
No.
Every person in your company and those that represent your company and those that are going to sell your products,
You take care of
you
your
you
people.
take care of them. And
Mhm.
that's what sets you apart.
Thank you.
Wow, I'm so, so, so honored to have you here. Oh my God. I mean, I hear from friends who are entrepreneurs who are trying to sell products and whatnot, and they always say like this, it is so hard to find funding,
Mhm.
so hard. And I know that you almost gave up, but
Mhm.
JC Penney said, "I will support you."
Mhm.
What an incredible story. What do you say to the Amiga out there that is in the same position that they need to get money, but they don't know where to go? What advice would you provide?
You know, part of what we were with JCPenney was extremely authentic and very transparent about the position that we were in. And people back you when you know your numbers, when you know your product, when your product's good, and when that you give them confidence. So you have to be extremely confident about what you're about to do, and for people to take a leap of faith on you. Absolutely. So it's just knowing your numbers inside and out, knowing and having great product, and being able to have these conversations. But there are organizations out there that support, and you can learn about it. And the Small Business Bureau, is it hard? It is. We got tons of no's. But what I'm learning more about is like there are PO financing. There are companies that will, if you have a PO in hand, they will fund it short
Mhm.
term while until you get the money from the retailer, because they have the way it works is you have to pay for the inventory. Then the company has given you a purchase order essentially, and then you would get that within net 30, 60, 90 days or whatever the terms are.
Yeah.
But that initial upfront investment, so look up PO financing. That would be my number one tip, if you have a purchase order in hand.
Oh, wow. Yes, that's a perfect example, just because I hear it all the time and time again, that banks are not going to lend you money. And it's like not even a line of credit.
I know.
It's crazy. And I have a lot of banking friends, and in the high banking, like their positions are very high. And I'm like, what is it with you guys? How come
Yeah.
you're not lending money, especially to our community?
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
we're like the biggest entrepreneurs. I can't remember the statistic, but it was so high when you start positioning different cultures in terms of entrepreneurship. Like we as Latinos or
Yeah.
I like the ones that are like a sky, what is it, a
It's
skyrocket.
trillions of
Yeah,
dollars that
yeah,
the Latino
yeah,
community is investing in beauty in particular.
yeah.
Another thing, protect your credit like your virginity, girl, because that is
Because once you lose it, you ain't getting it back.
Yeah,
yes.
that's right.
So our mom got us on credit very early, so by the time we were in our mid 20s, 30s, starting this, like we were able to get a credit card with a pretty decent chunk of change, right? And so there are, no like zero APR credit cards out there that,
Right.
you can open up and have your line of credit essentially for you're not making, the full payment or you're not being charged interest for the first year, for example.
Right.
You have to make the minimum payment, but that's a way of also getting funding. If you're
Yeah.
not getting it, use those credit cards to your advantage. The points, every single points, that we get, we're reinvesting that. You can use it as cash back. You can use it as points for miles if you need to travel, booking hotels. Like learn the system of credit
Right.
cards and it's a pretty cool world. And I think we're the only country in the world that really has these kind of perks. So use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Use it to your advantage. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I gotta pay this. Okay, 0% credit card.
Yeah.
There you go. You're gonna pay that one. Hey, that's what America does, right? They just push the debt,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, obviously don't incur interest and pay everything off if you can, but yeah, that's an opportunity. Like right now I have another business that I'm starting with my husband and like the credit card, zero interest for the first year. Oh, great. Here, put
Yeah.
everything on there until we launch. Great. That's
Right,
what I'm starting.
right, right. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta handle your shit. Right, amigas?
Yes.
I love your stuff. I swear to God. I've been using the brush. If we're gonna have this on YouTube as well, so they'll be able to see these awesome products. This one, I'm like a little bit goes a long way,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The liquid
which is
blush.
the liquid blush. I mean, what
We
a
need
cool
pigment as
concept.
Latinas. We need pigment. Like
Yeah,
Latinas range from the milkiest of milk to the chocolatey of chocolate. Okay, like
yeah,
we range, and so that was super important for us when we're coming out with products that it has to work for almost everybody. So
right,
being as inclusive as possible.
right.
And so that's when the products they have to perform. If it doesn't
Yes.
work for everybody on our team, and we have a pretty diverse team in shade range that if it doesn't work for somebody on our team, it's not coming out. And
Oh,
that's when
yeah.
we launched our foundation and concealer because it was such a demand at JCPenney. Like, we need foundation and concealer. And I was like, that is a huge undertaking. That is an expensive undertaking. Okay.
Mm,
Developing a formula, one that works for most people, the
yeah.
shade range as well. Like, if you're coming out with anything less than 30, 40 shades, like, you're not inclusive. So,
Wow.
that was a huge undertaking and a huge performance of our team and just how strong our team is in that regard and just what the level of manufacturing teams that we're working with are just top tier, right? Like at
Yes.
this point, like we have to work with the best of the best. Like we're working with the same factories as House Labs or Too Faced or Rare Beauty. Like those are the labs that we're working with, and so it's super super important for us to
Yeah.
get that right and to get that
Yeah.
diversity and that inclusion right from the start because
From the start. Yeah.
Latinas, we're everything. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, different color skins.
Yes.
Some of us are darker than others.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh my God. I would love to be in one of those test cases.
That was one of the things that we did. Like, because okay, think about it. We have 40 shades of foundation, 40 shades of concealer. We needed so many models to
Mhm.
just show the range that we had. So models are expensive. Models have
Yeah.
a timeline as well that you can use their face for, and and it costs. So I said, we can't afford that, right? We're
Right.
still like scrappy and we're still a small, medium enterprise. So it's like, how can we do this? So we tapped into our community. Like we
Hmm.
put out a call for our community to say, hey, we're having this photo shoot to showcase the range of our line. Come and get color matched and get your makeup professionally done for this photo shoot. Girl, we had over three. like 600 different applications to just come in and be a model. And we're like, oh my God, like the just like the community was there
Yeah.
showing up and showing
Yes.
out for us. And so we had to narrow it down and they came, we had over like 150 people come to get color match actually that we were able to like narrow down. And from them, we had to like put them in each of the different ranges. When I tell you we had a shade for every single person that walked through the door, it's just a
Wow.
testament to our team's like
Yeah.
product development and just being able to get this range right, you know? So that
Yeah.
was really, really cool to see that and experience that. And every single person was, again, a consumer, a customer, a friend, a cousin. Like our community came out that day. So it was
know
really,
what was
really
also
cool.
really beautiful was that for me, I was like, because it was a 2 day shoot.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
150 people. Like it was a huge, huge undertaking. And I was like, but Erica, like how, like, why, how, they're having them come for 2 days. Like people are busy. Like, what if they don't show up? What if they just come for one day? What if they don't come back the next day? Girl,
They did.
every single one of those people
I
came
got a call back. Yeah.
both days
Hmm.
and stayed to the
Wow.
very end. And so like that's the community we've built, you know? Like I
Mm-hmm,
always
mm-hmm.
say like we've never gone mega viral. We've never had like a super mega influencer like post about us and go viral and we
Yes.
sell out. Like everything is organic. It's
Yeah.
all word of mouth. It's by, hola amiga, oh, tienes que tratar esto. This is so good. Oh my gosh, what is that? No, it's that like we have to support. Like it's all just super organic and for me, that makes me prouder. That makes me prouder. Like, trust me, I would love for that mega influencer to post about us too. But like,
Yeah.
for us to have built what we've built with the
Yeah.
resources that we have, like with the people in our community, that to me means the world. That to me, I'm like, we did it. We
Mm.
made it. Like, we're here because of
You
that, you know?
you made it. Yep, yep. I'm so proud of you ladies. Oh my God. It's incredible. I can't wait to go to JCPenney and go discover all the other products that you have. Thank you so much. I did receive my products and I'm like, I've been using them. I'm like, oh, I like
That's
this.
why
I like
this
that. So
is
it's working for me, and I know amigas out there, go to JCPenney. And where else are you at? Because I know you're
Amazon.
Amazon.
We launched an Amazon about a year ago, and it's just been a great resource. I mean, I buy everything on Amazon. I'm a new mom,
Who
so it's like I don't have time to leave the house. Like everything,
right?
Amazon is here once a day. So
Yeah,
it was so important for us to just be like, we have to get on Amazon, and it's been great. So not the full range is on there, but our best sellers are on there. So definitely
yeah.
go check it out. Get your free shipping, girl.
That's right. What are your best sellers?
Go, Shan.
say the liquid blush that you have. I would say our
Mascara,
yes. Oh my gosh, our
gel
mascara.
values.
Oh,
Amazing. Our gel eyeliners, they were featured in Elle. Our liquid blush was in Forbes. My gosh, like we have everything, like girl lipsticks, we have hydrating primers, we have brows. We're the number one selling brows cat in the category at JCPenney as well. So like girl,
oh, yeah. No, I like the brow. I like the way what's it called? It I hate there's one brand that I can't stand because it flakes off and it's so annoying. So
hmm
annoying.
we just
Yours
launched brow gel last week
so
and
good.
so good. It is so good. You
So
don't have flaking, crusting, caking,
Yeah.
out
We have
nothing.
almost 200 products so that you can go in and have your way with.
And
Well, full
oh
face.
yes.
two. We started with two and now we have over 200. So,
Mira
you
nomás.
know what?
Qué lindo. Qué bueno. Ay, qué.
Start.
Oh,
La cosa es empezar. If you have a
yeah.
like, don't sit there and wait. Because look, if we wouldn't have started 7, 8 years ago, we wouldn't be here talking to you. You know, if we were,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, it wasn't perfect.
No.
No, of course. And Erica said, if you're not embarrassed of your first launch, then you launch too late. Of course, we look back at our pictures and we're like, oh my that was cute. Oh, okay. But we evolve, we grow, we
Yeah.
make mistakes, we figure it out, and you keep
Yes.
going.
You keep going, keep figuring out and just echándole ganas.
Yeah.
Y
And
así es.
we don't have an opportunity to say we're not going to handle our shit today because guess what? There's people that rely on us. Our team, their
Mhm.
families to put food on their table, to put a shelter over their head. That is what I am in charge of, and I take it extremely seriously, like
Yeah.
I have to handle my shit every day. There is no
But
day.
we lose our shit too. But we
Of
lose our shit too.
course, it's part of it.
I love it. I
Little
mean,
bump.
you're providing all the Amiga handle your shit tips here. Girls, is there any other tip you'd like to share with us?
I also don't worry about being perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody knows what we're doing. Everybody just figuring it out,
And
Yeah.
I always say the bigger the company, the bigger the ship, the bigger the shit show. Like they don't know what they're doing either. Nobody knows what they're doing. I mean, so just go out there and again be confident, know your products, know your numbers, and
Be yourself and be kind.
yes.
Honestly,
Mm,
because I'm so over fake ass people. Like for real. Like girl, it's just there. It's everywhere. People say what you want to hear in the moment, and then they ghost you in the back end, and then it's like, for what? It's
yeah.
I just and I also want to change that. Like, do you no te dan vergüenza? No les dan vergüenza. You're gonna go
Yes.
somebody and then you're gonna see them at a convention 2 weeks later or a month later
Right.
and be like, no, always
Yeah.
put your best foot forward. I always say, like, I'm not the best at makeup. I'm not the best at radio. I'm not the best at television. I'm not, but I'm kind. And that's why opportunities keep coming to us because they're gonna,
Mm,
oh, you want a brand? Shades by Shan. They're hella dope. They're hella fun. They're like, because we're a joy to work with. And
yes.
if you could be a bitch and know everything, people are not gonna want to work with you.
That's right.
Be
That's right.
kind. It costs exactly $0 to be nice.
Oh, it costs $0. I know. Oh, I love this. Thank you
Mhm.
so much.
Oh,
Amigas, this has been an incredible interview. I know a lot of women out there listening and men listening to this interview is going to really be empowered and when they're in doubt, remember this conversation because hey, it's God hears us.
He does.
Right? He does. He hears us. He knows exactly when to put the right people in front of us.
He knows
hey.
how much shit you can handle. And
That's
that's what he'll
right.
give you, okay?
That's right.
And,
Exactly,
and
amigas.
yeah, and I feel like everything has been because of him too. Like he has taken our hand and
Mhm.
everything that we've done, it's just been in the perfect timing, in the perfect.
Yeah.
I always want to run. I want the next retailer. I want this, and Erica's like, slow and steady,
Yeah.
girl, slow and
Wins
steady.
the
God,
race.
right?
Wins the race.
Yes.
Amigas, when I received the box and I started to look into your products, I then was looking through my makeup bag. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I have their blush.
Ah,
And the reason I have it, check this out, because you're part of Latinas in Beauty.
oh yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
My girlfriend started that with a fellow founder. Her name is Nadine Tapia. And I don't
Yeah.
know if you met her. And I'm like, I can't wait to tell her that I interviewed you ladies. She's
Oh
gonna
my
be like, oh my God, she's an amazing soul. And I'm just full circle moment. Full
Full
circle moment.
circle. Oh my gosh, I love this. We were meant to talk today.
Exactly.
And it's going to lead to a beautiful friendship. So,
Yes.
and also
Yes.
I wanted to remind everybody, if you know a single parent in need that needs our help, please get to our website, either shadesbyshan.com or the Mama Berries Nonprofit Foundation.org. And you can literally nominate somebody on there directly on our website, and you could say, this is a person, this is why they need help, this is what they could use the money for, and tell us their story, because every quarter we're awarding financial assistance to single moms and single dads. So if you know somebody that's deserving, that really needs help right now, please go and nominate them right now.
You're giving me the full body chills. And when that happens, that means that God is just
Oh,
And
vibrating so high with
talking about
us.
Latinas in Beauty, JCPenney is now the corporate sponsor for Latinas in
Yes.
Beauty. So we love that. Okay, look,
Yes.
we got to be shopping at JCPenney. That's where it's at.
That's
That's where we're at.
that's right. That's right. Amen, sister. Amen. Oh my God. Okay, I love this conversation and I just look so forward to seeing you in person because
Yes.
I know there's going to be another Latinas in Beauty event they're talking about it very soon. I
Mhm.
hope you can make it.
Oh, girl, I
Uh,
make it. The Latin parties are always what's up. Like they're
yeah.
always cracking. Always, always
That's
popping.
so awesome. Yes, I'd love to see you there. And amigas, I'm gonna let everybody know. We're gonna post all of your information in the show notes so that they know exactly where to go.
Perfect.
So
Thank you
I
so
want to
much,
thank you
Jackie.
so much for being here on Amiga Handle Your Shit. I'm telling you, it was so worth the wait.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for having us. We love your energy. Keep up the amazing work. Si se puede, okay? Si se puede.
Yes, sí se puede. Thank God that we get to do this,
Yes.
that we get to meet each other. I mean, believe me, when I took the leap of faith of leaving the practice of law, I had no idea what I was going to do. Pero aquí
I've been there.
estamos. You know, you just got to take the leap of faith and trust that, surrender to God and know that He's going to take care of you somehow or another.
Yes, yes, he always does. All right.
Amen, sisters. I look forward to meeting you soon and thank you for being on Amiga Handle Your Shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shades by
Bye.
Shan.
Bye.
Yay!
Thank
Bye.
Bye bye.